I'm gonna go turn myself in though, because I didn't do anything. Right after that, Charleston White jumped in with one of his wildest accusations yet.
But I'm going to go turn myself in though, because I ain't did nothing.
Right after that,
It's
Charleston
just me.
White came out swinging
I know
with
for a
one of
fact
his
they
wildest
did.
accusations
I went to
yet.
I've been saying a long time ago Big U in the 60s had killed Nip.
You think that for real?
I know for a fact they did. I went to the funeral with the Rollin 60s.
Even came to blows. There's a lot happening around Big U right now, so let's break it down. Big U's arrest and the RICO case Eugene Big U. Henley was arrested in March 2025 as part of a major federal RICO case, nicknamed Operation Drawdown. But this wasn't just another arrest, it was part of a massive indictment against what prosecutors are calling a sophisticated criminal organization, allegedly led by Big U himself. To really understand the impact, you need to know who Big U is in Los Angeles culture. He's long been seen as a central figure in South LA. Born and raised there, he rose as a leader in the Rollin 60s Crips, one of LA's most well-known street gangs. But Big U wasn't just about the streets. His influence spread into community, activism, and even the music industry, managing and advising artists, most famously Nipsey Hussle, before his tragic death in 2019. After serving a long prison sentence in the early 2000s, Big U publicly rebranded himself as a community leader. He launched the Developing Options program to help at-risk youth avoid gang life. This shift gave him credibility both in the streets and boardrooms. His story of turning his life around became a symbol of redemption. So when news broke about his arrest in March 2025, it shocked many who believed in his transformation. According to the Los Angeles Times, the charges are major: murder, extortion, human trafficking, and fraud. Prosecutors paint him as the head of a mafia-style organization reaching deep into LA's culture, including the music world. The 200-page indictment alleges that despite his image makeover, Big U continued to run operations behind the scenes, using his legit businesses as covers for money laundering. He allegedly leveraged his street reputation to extort musicians, club owners, and others in entertainment. One of the most damaging claims? That he had a team of loyal associates who handled the violence, letting him keep his hands clean. The indictment outlines cases where people who didn't cooperate faced serious consequences, like beatings, property destruction, and in at least 3 cases, even murder. While Big U isn't accused of pulling the trigger, prosecutors say it happened under his leadership. When he appeared in court, the seriousness of the case was clear. The Los Angeles Times described him in cuffs and shackles, a sharp contrast to his image as a reformed leader. The courtroom was full of supporters, including family and well-known figures from the hip-hop scene, proof of his lingering influence. What really stands out is the link between Big U's crew and the entertainment industry. Prosecutors say they used fear and intimidation to profit from artists for years. High-profile names are mentioned, though not identified, allegedly forced to pay for protection or face the consequences. The RICO charges are key here. That law is designed to take down crime syndicates by connecting different crimes under one umbrella. Even if Big U didn't personally commit certain acts, if the feds prove he led the operation, he could still go down. U.S. Attorney Miranda Hernandez called it one of the most sophisticated criminal enterprises we've seen in LA in years, especially with how it operated across both the streets and the entertainment industry. Just before turning himself in, Big U dropped a video that went viral. This might be my last video. I'm going to turn myself in. They're saying I'm a fugitive. They raided all my homes. 600 was there with police when they hit my house. He's got footage, so y'all can see what's really going on. In the video, Big U looks stressed, but calm. He's aware of how this will play out publicly. He frames the whole situation as persecution, not justice. And that message hit hard with his supporters. He denies any wrongdoing, but avoids addressing specific claims. I'm going to turn myself in though, 'cause I ain't did nothing. They broke into my houses, busted doors and windows, even pulled up on my son at football practice, threatening him. That part especially struck a nerve. It made Big U seem like a father just trying to protect his family.
This is gonna probably be my last video. I'm gonna go turn myself in to see what's going on. They talking about I'm a fugitive. So he just raided all my houses. 600 was actually with the police when they raided my house. And he's actually got video and footage of it. So y'all know what y'all dealing with.
Black community leaders who've been targeted before, y'all really don't get what the FBI does to black men who try to help the community. I've done nothing but try to uplift us, but this is what happens. You try to help people and you still get torn down. You're guilty just because someone doesn't like you, and they can say anything online and y'all believe it. It's crazy. In his final message, Big U paints himself.
But I'm going to go turn myself in though. Cause I ain't did nothing. This fact is, man, they done went to my house, kicked my houses in, bust my doors down, bust my windows. They calling my son at his football practice, threatening him.
The case has gained serious traction in some communities. While several civil rights groups have raised concerns, most haven't directly defended Big U. Instead, they've focused on broader issues like due process and fair treatment under the law. The investigation that led to Big U's arrest actually started more than 3 years ago. It was triggered by a wave of violent incidents in South Los Angeles that investigators believed were tied to turf wars and business conflicts. According to court records, authorities...
But y'all sitting it around getting people in trouble. Like y'all don't understand what the FBI do to black men who try to help their community. I ain't been nothing but a help to our community. But I guess it is what it is. This the price of being black, trying to help somebody, trying to help your community and do what you can. You just guilty because somebody else don't like you and they can go on the internet and do what they want to and y'all gonna promote it. It's crazy.
Even one regional rapper. Authorities also seized $1.2 million in cash, 43 firearms, and large amounts of drugs. At a press conference, FBI Special Agent Marcus Williams made a bold statement. This group has been a shadow over LA for too long, using fear and violence to control legit businesses and hurt the very communities Mr. Henley claimed to protect. Today's arrests are a step toward making LA safer. Big U's legal team, led by top defense attorney Michael Ramirez, has pushed back hard. In a statement released shortly after the arrest, Ramirez called the case prosecutorial overreach, built on shaky informants and circumstantial evidence. Mr. Henley has been a positive force in his community for years, Ramirez said. We look forward to proving his innocence in court. The case has sparked fierce debate in the hip-hop world. Opinions on Big U are split. Some see him as a target, a successful black man who rose from the streets using hard-earned knowledge. Others, like Charleston White, say this is long overdue justice for a man who allegedly stayed in the game while pretending to go legit. Charleston White's theory on the timing. Charleston White has a theory about why Big U was arrested now. In a video, he linked it to LA prepping for the 2028 Olympics. This was a political move, he said. Think about when Atlanta got the Olympics back in '96. They cleaned up the city with help from federal agencies. Same thing happening here. He pointed out that LA officials likely don't want international attention drawn to a city where powerful street figures still hold sway, especially in the entertainment world. They're not about to let people like Big U and the Rollin 60s still have power in the city when world leaders come here. This is a cleanup job before the Olympics, White claimed. He also speculated that Big U might eventually cooperate with prosecutors. Out of everyone in that case, Brick Baby, Lupe, whoever, Big U gonna be the first to talk, White said. Then, in one of his signature emotional rants, Charleston described how he imagined Big U reacted to the arrest. You saw that picture? Big beard, old man energy? That's Paw Paw now. You think he didn't cry when the news hit while he was with his grandkids?
Hey, listen, let me just say this. about Big U now.
The truth about criminal networks that hide behind.
This was more of a political move that had something to do with the Olympics. So the Olympics is coming to LA in like a year or two. So you got to think about when the Olympics came to Atlanta in 95, 96, the city and the county get a bunch of federal funding to go clean up the city, to prepare for the Olympics to come. Mm-hmm. So remember, Atlanta had the Red Dogs. The Red Dog had the resources, the power, the authorization to go out and do whatever, to clean up all the crack sellers, the drug dealers out of Atlanta before the Olympics came.
Role in Nipsey Hussle's murder adds another layer of controversy. That particular allegation has never been confirmed by any official source, but it's fueled even more speculation and public interest. Meanwhile, Big U continues to insist he's innocent, both of the federal charges and any involvement in Nipsey's death. In his pre-surrender video, he framed the situation as a community leader being unjustly targeted. As this case unfolds, questions about his connection to Nipsey remain. The truth is still murky, despite years of rumors, theories, and investigation. Big U and Nipsey Hussle, their relationship now, attention has turned to Big U's relationship with Nipsey Hussle, the Grammy-winning rapper murdered in 2019. Let's stick to what's confirmed. Nipsey Hussle, born Ermias Asghedom, was gunned down on March 31, 2019, outside his Marathon clothing store in South LA. The convicted shooter, Eric Holder, known locally as Shitty Cuz, received a sentence of 60 years to life. According to court testimony, the motive was personal. Holder felt disrespected after Nipsey allegedly mentioned rumors that Holder was an informant. That's the version accepted in court. But ever since, online theories have popped up, some accusing Big U of being connected. So far, no credible evidence has ever linked Big U to the murder. He's never been charged in relation to Nipsey's death. Big U and Nipsey had known each other for about 15 years. Their relationship was complex, part mentorship, part business, part community work, and at times, tense. But it was real. In the mid-2000s, when Nipsey was just starting out, Big U played a key role in launching his music career. He provided crucial industry connections, advice, and protection. Both men were linked to the Rollin 60s Neighborhood Crips, and their relationship was often described as mentorship. In early interviews, Nipsey frequently credited Big U for guiding him. As Nipsey rose in the industry, Big U remained a visible presence in his professional life. Nip mentioned him in album acknowledgments, and they were often seen together at events and community gatherings. When Nip dropped his game-changing Crenshaw mixtape in 2013, famously selling it for $100 a copy, Big U was reportedly supportive. That move gained major attention, especially when Jay-Z bought 100 copies. By the time Nip's Grammy-nominated album Victory Lap dropped in 2018, their relationship still looked solid from the outside. But some insiders believe the dynamic started to shift as Nipsey's business skills and fame grew, possibly creating tension in a relationship that had once been clearly guided by mentorship. In a 2021 interview on Drink Champs, Big U addressed the rumors about beef between them. "We ain't got no beef, period," he said. "We never stopped talking, not even for 2 days." He insisted that their relationship stayed positive even after Nip signed to Atlantic Records. "He called me, let's celebrate. Where's the beef? He flew me to New York, I'm in the video." Big U pointed to his appearance in the music video for Rap N-Word off Victory Lap as proof of continued collaboration. He also emphasized his active role in promoting Nipsey's work. "I'm the one who promoted Victory Lap on Instagram, Facebook. All these people acting like they were down with Nipsey. Where were they then? I was there. I did 5 days in the studio working on the next mixtape." Of course, these are Big U's words, shared after Nipsey's death, when Nip can't confirm or deny anything. Still, the statements do suggest an ongoing professional connection. Yet, some in the community say there may have been business tensions between them as Nip's economic vision evolved. Nipsey's focus shifted toward building real wealth through his Marathon clothing store, real estate investments, and tech ventures. His Buy Back the Block movement was about black ownership and community growth, approaches that didn't always align with older neighborhood power structures. One incident that's been confirmed happened in 2018. A dispute broke out between Nipsey's brother, Samuel, Black Sam Asghedom, and individuals allegedly linked to Big U over the business operations at Marathon Clothing. While accounts of what happened vary, police records show a confrontation took place. However, there's no evidence this had anything to do with Nipsey's murder the following year. After Nipsey's death, Big U was publicly visible at memorials and expressed grief in multiple interviews. He joined community healing events and frequently spoke about Nip's impact. He has consistently denied knowing Eric Holder, the man convicted of killing Nipsey. They had history, they were beefing, but I never saw him, never met him, Big U said. He added that with 1,500 members in the gang and thousands in the broader community, it was impossible to know every younger affiliate. I'm 54. I don't know what the 25-year-olds are doing. David Gross, Nipsey's business partner in projects like Vector 90, has shed light on how Nipsey navigated his relationships. He described Nip as being intentional and strategic, finding ways to build community while also creating economic opportunity. Nipsey's partner, Lauren London, has largely stayed away from the conspiracy talk. She supported the official version of events and focused on preserving Nip's legacy as a father, a leader, and a visionary entrepreneur. Following Big U's recent arrest, online speculation around his connection to Nipsey's death has exploded. But so far, no credible evidence ties him to the murder, and the current RICO case doesn't include any charges related to it. Prosecutors haven't suggested a connection either. Looking at the relationship between Big U and Nipsey, it's clear they represented two different eras and approaches to community leadership. Big U came from a street organizing background. Nipsey from a new school of ownership and self-made wealth. Sometimes those paths aligned, sometimes not. Another lens is hip-hop mentorship. It's common for older figures to guide newcomers until the newcomers outgrow the relationship, which can lead to conflict. That may have happened here, or maybe not. Lastly, consider how their visions for the community may have clashed or complemented each other. Nipsey built businesses. Big U ran programs. Both said they wanted to uplift SoapCentral. Their methods just differed. What we're left with is a layered story of respect, guidance, ambition, and maybe some conflict. It doesn't fit neatly into a good or bad box. Like most long relationships, it had phases and complexity. That's it for today's deep dive. If you found this helpful, check out more breakdowns by tapping any card on your screen now.